What's up, Nerd Report? This is Lewis here in the house with Mad Max. We're getting ready. We're actually live right now. We're getting ready to talk movies and entertainment right here on the Nerd Report right after this.
You didn't put it.
What did I put?
You didn't put the intro. You said after this and then the intro didn't roll.
I saw it on my side.
I didn't see it on mine.
Oh, that's weird. Am I having some weird
audience? Let us know. Stanley Thornton.
Are we even live? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it says live. I'll go check.
I did play it. Look.
All right, I'm thumbsing it up. Oh, now it's
so weird that you don't see it. I mean, maybe something's off. Well, we gotta know by the people on.
It showed on the actual channel. Okay.
Oh, okay. We have 12 people in here already. That's pretty good.
Sci-Fi Dragon was just on my channel. I don't know if you want to.
Bring him on.
Okay. All right.
Bring him on. Hey, oh my gosh. Why did the comments blew up all of a sudden? Look at this.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's weird. I think we're on some weird delay. Stanley Thornton in the house. How you doing, brother? You are the first one here, man. Rashawn Edwards saw the intro. Dope, man. Thanks for the support. Okay. You've been here, Rashawn, right? Are you new or Intergalactic Mojito in the house? Every time I hear that name, I want one, right?
Oh yeah.
Sci-Fi Dragon. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, my mistake. Robin. Sorry, Robin. Don't kick me, please.
Yeah. Robin, Robin has the big bucks to kick people out.
I know. So. That's why
Sci-Fi Dragon, what up, homie?
What's up?
Holy shit, bro.
Oh, man.
I inspire you a little bit, right? Yeah. Oh, man. It's been a crazy day for the Snyder Cut, actually.
I know.
Have you been?
Video?
Oh, boy.
Are you in Jody's corner?
I love fucking Jody's corner.
I know.
I love Jody's corner.
What I don't want to talk about here if you don't want to, but that's up to you.
No, we will, man.
That's what me and Sci-Fi Dragon just made a video on.
Or what was it? What was it?
Well, I mean, I kind of talked about it, but I kept dropping out of the stream because of my bad internet.
Yeah. Well, we're still getting people in here. Let me see what we got. What would he have?
We can make the viewers wait for that at the end.
All right. Well, we have a question right off the bat. Hunter Iggy, Nerd Report. What character do you see Oscar Isaac and John Boyega in the DCEU if they jump into the DCEU? Oscar Isaac, man, dude, did you see those Dune pictures of Oscar Isaac? He looks freaking sharp, dude.
Yep. He looks very good.
Yeah, he looks very good.
I'm not sure about him. Maybe John Boyega is Green Lantern. What's the Stewart?
John Stewart.
John Stewart, but he's kind of young for that. I don't know.
Well, we have that other two, not Barry Allen. What's the other Flash? There's another Flash, Barry Allen.
Wally West.
Wally West. He, I don't know if it, I don't know. Well, okay, so listen, the CW's Flash has a Wally West, African American, works for me. I mean, I don't know if that's even race bending. I don't even know, or
I'm not sure either.
Or whatever they call it. But
Longo would know if he gets here.
Yeah, but either way, doesn't matter. It has to be a character that is very energetic. Boyega fits that role. Like, he seems that type of guy, very energetic and fast, like the Flash.
He could do that. Good. That's a good choice.
Yeah, something like that. And then if you put Oscar Isaac, I don't know, man. I see Oscar Isaac as a kind of leadership role, like man, I don't know. How would I say? Maybe something to do with the Shield somehow. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, he could have been like a Tony Stark too. He's got the beard. I mean, we're used to already the Robert Downey Jr., but that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not that familiar with DC characters, so I'm not really sure who Oscar Isaac and John Boyega would be good as.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all getting used to. But like, there's a lot of characters that are not comic book accurate, but we are used to seeing them in the movie at this point, so it doesn't we don't even blink an eye, right? So it's all we get used to. Like for example, like Wolverine's not really the traditional Wolverine.
Right. And they were back in the day. I remember people didn't like that Hugh Jackman because he was too tall.
Yeah, actually, the joke is Danny DeVito, but Danny DeVito does look a little bit more like Wolverine in a weird way. But I mean, the size and everything. So let me tweet this out real quick, guys. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so at NerdLecca. And I'm going to tweet out that we're live. And gentlemen that are on, everyone in the comments, please tweet out and press like and join and use the force or whatever it takes, man. Just get people here. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tweet it out too.
There.
I do have a few topics too besides the Snyder Cut chaos.
Excellent.
It's not just that.
Alvi, how you doing? We have a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while here.
Cool.
You got some people on Twitch too.
Yeah, Twitch is blowing up, guys and gals. Head over to Twitch. I think it's going to be the future. At the very least, I don't like to put all the cookies in one jar, so that's the entire thing. Yeah, but you want to eat them in different places, right? Yeah. So yesterday, you missed it. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. You missed it, guys. I don't know if Sci-Fi Dragon was here. Did you watch the show yesterday?
I don't think I did. I was focused on filming Max's video with him, the one he did on Jeremy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what happened? This is pretty crazy. We're on live and we're talking and stuff, and I'm like, wow, we're getting a lot of people. Like. I'm feeling proud of myself.
Yeah, like 20 or so people.
No,
watching.
Dude, it started rising to 50,
cool.
60,
really?
70.
Wow,
dude,
that's
and then they
cool,
start.
man.
No, then everybody starts hashtagging in the comments, "F Nerd Report, cancel Nerd Report," and we're like, "What the hell is going on?" And you can watch it on last night's Nerd Report live, and I'm thinking, did I F this channel up? What's going on? Like everyone's like, "What's going on, dude?" Like. And Longa was on there. Dude, was it a tweet you did? Because they're all coming from Twitter. What the hell is going on? I've never had anything like that happen to me. And we're like, no, all you did was ask us, where were the Snyder supporters? Where were they when these movies were in the theater? Because I feel like if it had this kind of love while it was in the theater, we would have still had Zack Snyder, right? After his problems with his personal problems, he would have come back. But it seems like now everyone is backing up the Snyder Cut, but they weren't there for the film as much. I don't think that's just my opinion.
Well, I responded to your tweet the other day, and I said that it's sort of a little bit complicated because the movies that Snyder did in the DCEU, they did make money, but they didn't make as much money as WB wanted them to make, because they wanted $1 billion hits like the MCU, and Snyder didn't provide that, and I think that kind of made them turn against him a little bit.
I don't think it's fair either.
Hey, real quick though, I just promoted Tyler M and let me see, Bunda 713 to moderators. So please take my lead for people to be banned, but you guys have pretty good sense. So usually when I have you as a moderator, I've seen you here for a while, but I hope you guys, you guys have I've always felt like you guys are part of the team, but I apologize. I waited so long to add you as a moderator, but there you go. You guys are awesome. But yes, I understand what you're saying, and there's a lot of passion to the $827 million. I do think that's a lot of money for a Wonder Woman movie. I think it's actually I think it's a lot of money for a Flash movie.
The MCU had all those years to build up to start getting $1 billion. They didn't get $1 billion like right away either. So
yeah, and Superman is not $1 billion.
$1
billion property.
Superman is the greatest superhero of all time.
Well, he hadn't really been on screen for that long since Superman.
That should be more reason for people to want to see him, in my opinion. Superman is like Captain America in a way. He's a person that people would say he doesn't fit in today's time, but he believes in what he believes. And people look at him and go, dude, that's silly. Superman will come in and go into the most the place where it's bitter about America and say, I'm here for truth, justice, in the American way. And he'll do it with a straight face, just like Christopher Reeves did it. And Lois Lane looked at him and goes, psh. She laughed at him, but he believed it. He believed in the good in people. And where you're saying, okay, well, you want to make him. The thing is, that's what made him opposite Batman. Because Batman, in my opinion, when he's at his best, the most interesting Batman, in my opinion, is when he's bitter about humanity and life. He's a Dark Knight gothic character. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
I understand.
And I feel like if Nolan's films with one Batman, no China money, made $1 billion, I think Batman vs Superman should have made $2 billion. Low estimate.
Well, they had the Heath Ledger.
Yeah, but not the third film. The third film did not have Heath Ledger.
It was still riding. The trilogy was so popular, though. It was riding that wave still.
Okay, but after disappointing kind of disappointing box office, debatable, where we're still talking about it, because it is debatable. I feel Sci-Fi Dragon has a point. I feel Banda has a point. But we are debating whether or not it was enough for the studio. Still,
Joker made $1 billion. Didn't agree. The studio
Joker made $1 billion without China. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's $1 billion there, and when you're getting your supposed best, characters, the best, the cream of the crop. Robin, you're a moderator as well. Okay, just wanted to make sure. When you're getting the cream of the crop, it should be $2 billion, in my opinion. That's the only way I feel like, regardless of what we think, I feel like moving forward after Justice League, after Batman vs Superman, there's only one way you could go, is down, because you have your best characters. You get what I mean? But what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I really like Batman v Superman. I'm upset that it didn't make more. I have issues with it, with like Doomsday. I think they introduced him too quick and they killed off Superman too quick. But the beginning, Man of Steel, and then the beginning of Batman v Superman is beautiful with Bruce Wayne. The beginning of
Batman versus Superman, Batman's point of view.
Yeah.
When the world is introduced to Superman.
Yes.
That thing gave me chills, bro.
Right.
Come on. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
The way they, I don't think they originally intended it, but the way they handled the criticism of Man of Steel, where he's causing all this chaos and it actually factor into the story, that's a way to address your critics, is what Zack Snyder did.
That was, I gotta admit, that kicked ass, because just like Bruce Wayne seeing Superman like a mindless destroying machine. He was just plowing through the freaking buildings, right? And his point of view, I think that was amazing.
And I even like the Martha scene that everyone likes to rag on. I think that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think people, if it was one of those movies that people love to hate before The Last Jedi, that was the big one that people love to hate. A lot of YouTube videos like, oh, this is horrible. I think that was
especially all of the film essays that came out of BVS.
But if you're thinking about how Batman's seeing this, he sees Superman as like a possible threat and an alien. But then he says Martha, and and that's his mother's name. I think that was a really intelligent line.
I think it makes sense, because Batman felt that Superman was an alien, not human.
Yeah,
type of thing. Let's talk about it. Let's do that. Let's talk a little bit about the good aspects of Zack Snyder, because there's Hans Zimmer.
Good aspects.
Yeah.
The choice of Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
The choice of Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, he
stuff
started.
like that.
He got Gal
And
Gadot as
Jason
Wonder Woman.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa. There we go.
He also got Ezra.
He got. Wait. I like Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know what happened the other day with the stuff. I thought that was. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't like to get him.
Has that been resolved yet, or is it still left up in the air?
What they should do if they wanted to keep him is say we're getting him help for anger management or whatever issues he has. He obviously
that may be coming soon.
Yeah, they should comment on that and say we're working on stuff. We're gonna, as a young man, he doesn't need canceled for life. If they're gonna keep him. If not, I mean, they should say something. But it's also kind of died down a little bit, I think.
So I want to point out something real quick before we get to Banda Super Chat. Thank you very much.
Hey, Banda.
I want to point out one thing real quick here, because the Snyder Cut thing, people are fighting on the internet over it. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so check this out. I'm no one. I'm just a little, whatever, a little community here, but I think this is important. I tweeted out. Could you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Zack Snyder I could tell 100% he's a good guy. I don't think he wants to see the fandom fight. I 100% know that. Without ever even meeting him, I can just tell by his energy. He loves what he's doing, whatever you think of the film, right?
Yeah, but he's very passionate.
I think to end the fighting among fans, because we saw what it does to Star Wars, I tweeted this, and I want to ask everyone to please retweet it or comment below. So I think it's a fair question, or ask your question below it as well at Nerdlecca on Twitter. So I asked Zack Snyder, can you please answer 2 questions for the fans of the DCEU? This is on my Twitter, Nerdlecca, right? And you guys are welcome to add or share. Number 1, is there a complete Snyder Cut version of the Justice League movie ready to be released? What is needed for it to be complete? That's number 1. Number 2, have you been negotiating with anyone in the studio to release a Snyder Cut?
Yes.
Are those fair questions?
That's confirmed now by Andy Signore.
Okay, fine. Andy, all right. Andy's my friend, and I think 100% he is right. But I want Zack Snyder to say it.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think these are fair questions to ask.
Yeah,
well,
I
don't think he wants to answer until it's resolved. I have a hot video coming out about Andy Signore, and I want to collab with Andy Signore and Jody's Corner. I was a little critical of them today, and Film Gob.
Yeah.
So you'll have to check out that video later. But his article, where is it? Darn it.
Let's get Banda's super chat. Thank you very much. A point I make to Andy: the fight between Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Doomsday is the best fight in comic book movies. Has consequences, unlike Civil War.
Okay,
I can see that argument because Superman dies at the end of that battle and has huge consequences for the whole DC universe because it allows Steppenwolf to invade the Earth because that was the whole point why he invaded Earth in the first place, because there wasn't a Kryptonian or a Lantern there to protect it.
Okay. Also off the subject, I'm very proud of this. This channel has not now been approved. Nerd Report has been approved for memberships.
Okay.
So who's going to be our first member? I got a few tiers or whatever they're called, or a few perks. They're not really huge perks, but we got one for $1.99, another one for $4.99, and another one for $9.99. Now you get emojis and stuff like that. I mean, right now it's nothing big, but it would help the channel because we're still under quarantine, and that stimulus check is only gonna go for like.
I got mine.
I didn't get one, but it's gonna go back into the. Go back into this studio, right? And hopefully one day, if we get 1,000 members, I will do this full time. It doesn't matter what tier it is. If we get 1,000 members of anything, we got a member.
Ooh,
Banda.
First member. Woo!
Banda's bringing the heat right away.
First member right there. Thank you very much, man. If we get 1,000 members, And remember, YouTube does take a massive cut. I will do this full time regardless of the cut. 2! Woo!
Taylor M.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Does that make me feel good?
Yeah, man. It does. It does feel good because more times, a lot of times I go live or before going live, I'm thinking, is there anyone out there that cares, you know?
Yeah, we
and
care,
we
right?
sweat our ass off, man. We do. We do. We do. It seems easy just to turn on the mic and go, but 3 members. Woo!
Robin. Yes, I knew Robin was coming. Oh, wow.
Dang. Awesome.
Yeah.
3 members.
Props.
You guys will be going down in history as the first members. That's awesome. But man, it does feel good.
They love you, Lewis.
They love us. I think it's I really like the way this channel is forming as far as the people who come in, the guests who have been here. Sometimes we get into heated debates, but it's nothing really personal. Sometimes it's a little bit gets carried away, but we do it out of passion for films. And like I say, even we're talking right now about the Snyder Cut, right? I want to see it. I want it to be released. If I had a button,
it does exist.
Okay.
I have a big issue with you guys.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about it after this?
Well, yeah. All right.
Okay. But I want to say, we'll talk about it here. But I want to say, if I had a button that could say release a Snyder Cut or not release the Snyder Cut, I'd press the release a Snyder Cut twice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from a person, I don't particularly like the way that those films are going. I prefer something else. But why should I deprive someone from seeing what they want to see, or an artist not completing what he wanted to complete? And I don't think Andy's exclusive said he didn't want to see the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
He knows someone that gave him the insight on it.
But this is where I have an issue with Andy, and I'll talk to him about it. I would love to talk to Andy. Is his article, which it was a interesting read, and it actually, I'm happy that it exists because it verified, just like Grace, people like to comment on Grace, that a negotiation was there, and it is the exact same number, 20 million, to finish the Snyder Cut. But he said they never want to work with him again, and that's the part I didn't like.
There could be a thing where like it's a PR nightmare for Warner Brothers. That's what he was trying to do. So it kind of like they're hurting the brand moving forward. And I respect this passion, like Matt's passion for the Batman BVS exists. Is one better than the? Okay, you're talking about the extended. Okay, and I admire that passion because it's nerd passion, right?
Yeah.
But that's awesome. That's what unifies us all, and I think it's great. But I think what Andy's article was referring to is basically after a while you start hurting the DC movie brand by saying this over here was way better than what we're gonna do next.
They kind of,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, they kind of hijacked this film. They were probably never going to give him another thing anyway. The way they hijacked Justice League, they
gave him a lot. Okay, look, Zack Snyder, he got a lot of leeway with the they gave him.
No, they pushed him in a darker direction with Man of Steel after the Batman Dark Knight trilogy. That's what
I feel like they let him do what he wanted. They gave him the movie and they go, hey, just be a creative director and do your thing. And that's a lot. I mean, that's a big deal for a studio to invest like that.
Well, I think Snyder's got nothing to lose except keep touting it because they're at this point they're not going to give him a new project anyway. The best case scenario is they let him have creative control over the release Snyder Cut. And 20 million is nothing to finish this and have a new product and something to promote on HBO Max.
Image-wise, it does hurt them because they'll have a product that's not what the direction they want to go. And a lot of it's imaging. You know what I mean?
I could see that point. People might like it so much that they wanted to go continue with Zack Snyder's verse and not where they're going to go. But honestly, they should just go Snyderverse again because of all the. There's things working in the DC movie universe, and it's Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Joker, and then the Matt Reeves trilogy. They've had all this time since Justice League to get it on track, and they still don't have it on track. Look at Birds of Prey. That's the other reason it floundered.
Well,
because it was hanging on to the past, and it was in the middle. It doesn't know where to go.
That's exactly what Jody was saying. But here's the problem with DC, right? The people I believe are biased against DC a little bit, even though they don't want to admit it. As a DC fan, I totally see it. They do Batman versus Superman. Although there's a few people that are very passionate about those movies, Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel. There were a lot of people saying don't make any more of those to reboot. I'm sorry, I heard them, right? Justice League, they don't want another one. They want to change, right? So what do? They make Joker. Makes $1 billion. Most people love the movie. And the fans are saying no sequel. It's like always no sequel. When DC makes a crap movie, no sequels. When DC makes a great film, no sequels. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Why? Does that make sense? Imagine they told The Godfather comes out. And then they tell Francis Ford Coppola no sequel.
Yeah.
Let the guy take the chance. I took this chance when I went live today to see if people came in.
And
I'm very happy with it. Right?
Yeah.
Let him take the chance. If Joker 2 sucks, it doesn't erase Joker 1.
Yeah.
For example, let me ask you two. Did you guys like the sequel trilogy for Star Wars?
No.
And I erased the original trilogy. What's up, Longa?
Hey, Longa.
I only saw The Force Awakens. That's the only sequel trilogy film I saw.
How you doing, brother? You're late. You're late, man. What happened? Were you gaming?
Maybe you should have.
Are you okay, man?
Comments, because I've been talking in the comments.
He's feeling a little rough, but he still came on to support.
Yeah,
he's happy.
He's dedicated to his work.
Just got out of the bathtub because I was having arthritis issues.
Oh man, I'm sorry. about that.
Man,
is it cold where you're at?
Yeah, it dropped again in Chicago, down to freezing. It was in the it was low 30s today.
Is that what you feel a little worse than, huh?
I mean, that does do it, but it's chronic. It's all the time.
Yeah.
For me.
Sorry, man.
So the weather's kind of the same where I am too. It fluctuates between warm and cold, and it's never consistent.
It got really warm here in Los Angeles for me. So we have a few members that came in. We have the membership available now. The people who did become members, and if you still are interested in becoming a member, you could click on the join button below this video, but you're supposed to be getting emojis and stuff. I'm not sure if it's working, but let me know, because I don't even know if I could see them here through StreamYards, but you guys should be having a little bit of
I'm already doing it, buddy.
Yeah, they're getting perks.
Your new member.
Oh my god!
Oh wow, that's great.
That's awesome, man.
I'm thinking about it. I gotta stay. You gotta.
You guys contribute.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
thinking about it.
If you cannot be a member, cool. Just you guys being here. Everyone, I'm talking to the people in the chat. You guys just having this podcast or whatever it is, live stream on in the background is good enough for me. You know what I mean? That really helps. Press like, share, whatever. What are we talking about? Snyder Cut again.
Always the Snyder Cut.
I gotta change my loyalty badge though. I don't know if I want the green one. I want the purple one. There we go.
And I'll be working on that to see if I can.
Oh, the badges go by how long you're a member for. Okay.
Is that the way it is?
Wow.
Yeah. Green is new member. 1 month you get like the teal one, and 2 months is yellow. 6 months is orange. So that's how it works. No, I mean, here's the thing. I only did this because I don't really back anyone. I don't do Patreon support or hardly anything at all. I did it for another channel for a very short time, and they helped me get started. And then then I decided not to, because we parted ways for certain reasons. But if I could do $10 a month there, and I'm not doing it for anyone else right now, why not do it here?
We have another member. Woo!
You know I'm a cheap ass too, so
that's good, man.
Yeah, that's how much I love you, Lewis.
I went for the $10 one. So
man, I gotta say,
hey, we don't do shaming on the amount here, Longa.
No, bro.
Oh no, I'll wallet shame him on the side.
Yeah, I did the cheapest because my wife calls me a cheap ass too.
Hey, Max, I could say this. And that goes for everyone here, but especially Max. He wears a mask, but I could tell he's all heart behind that. I could tell, 100% tell. It's just something about your vibe. I have no idea how he looks. So if you guys are wondering,
most people don't want to know.
Not even me. I don't want to know.
Thanks, Sci-Fi Dragon.
Wait, hold on. That picture behind you. Does your mom know?
It's grandparents.
Came out with that mask on.
So one of our regulars, Robert Garcia, I sent. Who's a new member?
Brian Hill.
All right, woo!
Awesome. Whoa, man. People love you, Lewis. Doesn't this make you feel great?
It does. And I said this. This is what I'm gonna promise you guys. I'll say it right now. Record me. If we get 1,000 members, don't matter how much, for the $1.99, doesn't matter. I will start doing this full time.
You could change this guy's life.
Then my next move would be to kick down all you guys with a little something to help produce and bring this show up and bring your channels up.
All right.
And everyone in the community, I will purchase better cameras, whatever it takes. Take trips to conventions to bring you better content, whatever it takes. But it's going to go back in here because this is my fucking passion, is escaping and being a fucking nerd. I grew up when nerd was a bad word.
Me too.
Now we're conquering the world, baby. I know some people prefer geek. That's fine. Nerds welcome geeks. We welcome jocks. We welcome everyone. But thanks. Okay, Snyder Cut stuff. Was there anything else you wanted to add to that, Max? Because you had a video.
I gotta share my image here, just because I'm really proud of this thumbnail. I gotta just show.
Is it the one you showed me on the video we did, Max?
Yeah. Don't spoil it yet. Don't spoil it. Hold on a second.
This one's pretty good, guys.
All right. Let me know.
That's a good image. I mean,
what boxer is that though? You have Jody.
I don't know. I just picked any box. I made it quick. So when you're done watching this live stream, go check out that video me and Sci-Fi Dragon made on it. Get our unfiltered thoughts.
Did you follow the entire thing?
We just followed
a lot of it.
20 minutes in.
We watched part of Jody's live stream.
Okay, so I was in it.
Yeah, I know.
But the thing is, it got personal, right? Like the word Jody's crack corner was mentioned. And Jody, his community has been getting people away from the drug addiction and the problem that plagues the hood, because he's from the hood, man. He is. Yeah. I've driven to his fucking studio. It's the hood. And his team is like, it inspires people. Believe me, man. I'm not just blowing smoke up his ass.
Okay.
They people look up to the Jody's Corner. People look up to that group because they're comic book readers. They escape. They're artists and stuff, and they show a lot of the community that there's a different path, and that's fact, man.
All right.
And then, we get like film. What is his last name? Film Gob.
Yeah, Film Gob.
I don't think he. I'm gonna give him a little bit of forgiveness here because I don't think he really even knew what the hell he was talking about. He's not.
Yeah.
From the States.
Scotland.
Right.
Yeah.
But he does make his whole thing about like getting snippets of videos and putting them on and creating some sort of narrative. And that's like
that's what I
don't know, man. Well, look, but you know the people you talk about, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
I never see. I didn't see the stream,
right.
So I don't know anything about it. I was watching Andy's today. I was gonna hop on because he had a StreamYard link, but he had so many people that I was waiting for like a half hour. So I'm like, I'll just come on later.
Yeah.
But from what I was watching and hearing about it, it's like I understand the argument, and for at least from what I heard when Jody was talking about it, I understand it, but it's just like maybe it's just me not seeing it, but I don't see these crazy Snyder people on Twitter as much as they were talking about it. And the only reason why
I got threats today, brother.
Listen,
I never had threats.
Listen, I'm not saying they don't exist. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it sounds very similar to another group of people who say there's all these people that are attacking the fans and they're hating on us and you get what I'm saying? I think it's a handful of fucking people, brother. Okay, it's a handful of fucking idiots. It's a handful of loud people on Twitter because Twitter is its own little fucking universe. Okay,
yeah,
it's
definitely.
not the whole fandom. It's not what all DC fans think. Most DC fans are in. Okay, regardless of these crazies, are in two camps. It's we didn't like the movies at all, or hey, I wouldn't mind seeing a Snyder Cut. Okay, that's where they're at. Now, to be fair, we gotta look at this fairly though. The group itself has done a lot of good. They were raising money for suicide prevention. They've been doing a lot of stuff to help the community. Now, there's a couple fucking nutbags in there. Okay, and I get it. You know what I mean? And Jody's going to come back at him hard the way he knows to come back. Okay. But at the same time, it's like, is it that big of a fucking deal if they release it? Why? Like saying, why fight against it? That's the thing. Why is there
for it not to be released? You mean?
Yes. That's the part that I'm like, maybe that's, you know,
well,
not justifying the way they're talking, but at the same time, why? I mean, that's just like me. I'm not one of those Snyder people, but I'd like to see it. And you saying they shouldn't be one is like trying to deprive me of seeing something. You get what I'm saying? That's the part I don't understand.
It does. It absolutely does exist. No one says the Snyder Cut is a final cut. I mean, there's differences of opinion on if it's actually 100% final finished.
Listen, when people say it
can exist means that it's a working cut.
Right. I don't know where the
whole soundtrack was finished.
I don't know where this fallacy comes in, where people think it exists. People saying it exists means there is a theater ready cut, right? Meaning throw it up on a projector now, let's watch it. That's not what it means, guys. Exactly. I don't know why people think that on either side, because that's not what it means. What it means is he went through the process. It's edited. What I mean by edited, meaning he has the scenes and everything in there that he wants. It probably just needs some CGI graphics work.
Junkie XL finished the whole soundtrack for his version, and they changed the soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Elfman.
Yeah, I would say maybe there's another. I mean, to us it sounds like a ton of money, but to movies, let's be fair, it's not. I think maybe there's another $8 to $15 million of CGI, work that needs to be done.
20 million is what keeps coming up, even in Andy Signort's article.
Yeah, well, again, those are estimates. You don't know until you actually go in and do the work. You know what I mean? But even if it's 20 million, let's be fair. When we're talking about the movies of this scope, 20 million is like $200.
I mean,
but that's because it's already finished. Yeah. It's already partially finished. But
right. But they would let's be fair. For that amount of money, okay, if they released it on DVD and had it as a part of HBO Max, $20 million, they could recoup that money like that. We're not talking hundreds of millions of dollars here. You know what I mean? They could recoup it like that. And I'm going to be honest. I know you're saying they don't want it because it's going backwards and it's going to hurt the DCU.
The image.
It's not. It's not the image. It's ego. It's not the image.
Brothers,
it's ego. Yeah. Warner Brothers does not want to put it out, and then people like it, and then people will say, we don't trust Warner Brothers no more because the movie you gave us was not as good as this one that came out. That's why they won't do it.
Yeah.
It's not image. It's not, like I said, it's not going to hurt the future
Entourage movie. Warner Brothers was pretty on the money.
That's a good point. I respect that point, but having a Snyder Cut of the movie does not guarantee it being a good movie.
Nothing guarantees it. But here's what it does. I can guarantee you this. There's enough fans of the movie that would easily buy just DVD, Blu-ray sales, and HBO Max.
Steelbook, limited edition Steelbook.
Will pay for whatever the cost of the CGI is. It would.
The big problem, though, the big problem with the debate today was the name calling.
Well, that's another story. Yeah.
Film Hob or whatever. Film Fob.
Film Gob. I never heard of him.
Yeah, I'm subbed to his channel. I'm familiar with him.
I don't know.
He makes videos calling Jody a sellout for going on Collider. Like, that's the title. And then he doesn't remember that video, allegedly.
Okay. I
Now,
don't
let me
know
ask you this. Just because I've seen how now again, I can't make a claim or anything because I really haven't watched Jody. I've heard of him, seen a thing here or two, but nothing. Right, but from his demeanor and the way he talks, and this is not saying it's wrong or he shouldn't. It's just, is he the type of guy who will say those kind of things though too?
What do you mean? To
Jody,
film?
What? Like when he's counting people, is he rough with his verbiage too? When he's making videos? Okay.
No, he's straightforward.
It was a legitimate question. It wasn't a
no. I know, but I actually think you'd really like his content because he's very straightforward and not BS guy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was trying to go on there today. You know, but there was so many people online that I was like,
I think you two would get along very well.
Probably. I mean,
what about me?
Huh?
Yeah.
What about me?
All the guys.
Okay. I'd like to talk to Jody's Corner. I'd like to talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I should be able to go on tomorrow because
when I barely knew him,
come on. So.
When I barely knew him, because film, Gob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, film Gob.
He was calling him out for getting the donations and the support from the people. But the reason he gets more than massive channels that have is because when I first met Jody, he would be with his crew, always talking about giving back to his crew and the community around him. No bullshit.
Can I mention Duh wants us to move on so bad to get to She-Hulk because he wants to come on and talk about She-Hulk. And I appreciate it, brother, but let us get through the conversation.
Yeah, we'll get there, man. We got an hour to burn.
Well,
because I got to also figure out how the hell I can work in my membership promo. Not just kidding. But
hey,
go ahead.
For as boring as it was, we got 4 members already. So you know what?
Dope.
It's doing its job.
Thank you.
Well, I'd like to say something.
We actually have Jody's Corner here, just by the way. Thanks, man.
Welcome, Jody.
Welcome, brother.
Hey, Jody. I'd like to talk to you too, friend.
Yeah.
Max, stop being a clout chaser.
No, I made a video. I was a little critical of him myself. I'll be honest.
I gotta be honest. I'm a fanboy of Jody's, so there you go. And
I know.
I'm a fanboy of nobody.
I second guessed if I should do the video because I'm like, man, that's Lewis's boy. I'll do it.
Oh, okay. He wants to come in here. Let's give him the link.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to kind of say something about like Film Gob and like sort of like his criticisms of Jody's Corner, because from what I can tell from watching his videos is that he kind of perceives Jody as sort of like a greedy guy, like he's only in it for the money, and I think that's sort of because he has this whole perception of like Access Media people as being nothing but shills, and he's kind of continued on with that belief.
He went to as a guest to watch Birds of Prey as a guest, and he saw it before most people, right? He chewed the movie out, so it's not like he's being bought out by.
No, yeah. When I was watching it today, he was talking about how he went after Endgame. He went after he went after a lot of movies that were popular and people liked and were successes. So it's. Yeah, I would doubt he's a shill.
No, and I can say this: they were offering stuff to eat there and drinks and stuff, and we're happy to be the guest, but we weren't happy with the movie. We want to be honest because we're fans first. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if so Jody, I send you the link, man, if you want to come in.
Oh, and since you didn't see my comments earlier.
Yeah.
When you were talking about Superman, how he is the greatest superhero of all time, wrong. Shazam, Captain Marvel is the greatest superhero.
I love Shazam though.
You do know. I mean, you work at you said you work at a comic shop. You should know that Captain Marvel outsold Superman for the entire 40s. It was the highest selling comic book of the 40s. In the 40s, made a video. It was selling $13 million a year. In the
Trust
40s.
Me, man. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Shazam, bro. I actually really like the movie. So.
I'll send you the video that I did to put on Nuke the Fridge if you want.
Yeah,
because I did a whole expose on Captain Marvel and the whole history behind the name and all the different Matt the Marvel, and then there's also the Miracle Man line and then the Marvel line and all this other stuff. So I'll send you.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good. You did a good job, Lanka.
So, okay. So I'll check that one out for sure. Once again, Robert's like really talking in the chat after I send them a link.
He said you fired him.
I didn't fire him.
Well, I'm gonna
You have
get
to
a
get out of
refill
the
on my
basement
coffee.
first.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, business time.
The what?
He's getting some coffee.
He's getting some coffee.
So I'm seeing all the people come in, new members, awesome. Geeks and Gamers Entertainment. Woo!
Boy, when you made your video, did you ever think that would happen?
Brian Hill with a shout out again. Thank you very much. Awesome. You guys should be getting I see the emojis. Those are awesome.
You made Lewis's day. You made his day.
Hell yeah. So I was telling Max about getting bombarded last night. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny as hell.
Is Jody's corner coming in here?
I sent them the link, man. Hopefully.
Okay. I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him. I can still be critical of people I like.
Matt, the video in question right here was totally edited wrong. I know what video you referred to. I'm telling you right now, it was not. It's called sound bites, Matt.
Yeah, well, sound bites.
Yeah, it was edited. I mean, and my thing is like, it's not selling out to go to another person's outlet that you don't agree with.
No, I don't like that part.
To show your point of view, right?
If that's true, I don't agree with Gob on that point. Going the collider makes you a shill. Hell no. I'd rather have conversations going. Like I gave everyone credit for being on the same stream earlier. I'm like, at least people are talking. When people stop talking is when it becomes a problem, which I'm experiencing on certain other aspects of YouTube.
Plus, you don't want to preach to the choir. If you're only in your own space, you want to go and share your ideas and thoughts somewhere else. So then you win their hearts and minds and they come to you, right?
Like, even though I'm sub to Film Gob, but I sort of understand where he's coming from. That is like a criticism I have of him, is that he kind of stays a little bit too much in his own little bubble, and that he doesn't really come out of it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he also like said stuff like he doesn't follow Jody, but he made like like all these videos. So I'm like,
yeah, I make lots of videos about YouTubers, and I follow the hell out of them. I'll admit it. I'm thinking about following Jody's corner. I haven't followed. Yeah, all right, I'll subscribe.
All right, listen. As we're waiting for Jody, hopefully he comes in. San Diego Comic-Con. There's been several websites,
I am subscribed to Jody's corner already.
Perfect. Several outlets are reporting that we're going to be getting bad news that it will be shut down. It will not happen this year. Not really a surprise, but thinking that something's going to happen and it happening is two different things. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's about to happen. Maybe I think there's going to be an announcement pretty soon. So what are your guys' thought on that? I know, Max, you want to have
I think take advantage of the situation, create an appealing virtual event that will create funds for everyone, keep jobs going, to make the process even better for next year, and then have both a virtual and a live event for people that can't make it even better. Make Comic-Con better, because there's people that can't go, want to see stuff, want to be involved, want to be able to buy those exclusive products without resellers.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Jody.
Yo.
Hey.
What's good, man? Yo, we here. What's
Jody,
up,
welcome.
Lewis? What's up, Sci-Fi Dragon, Mad Max, Darth Daddy? What's up,
Hey,
man?
Jody. I am subbed to you. I forgot I subbed to you a while ago.
Man, I heard you say. What you say? What questions you got for me, man? You made a video about me wrecking me?
No, I didn't wreck you. I'm subscribed to Film Gob too. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'll be honest. I don't think he intended anything racist in his.
I don't think so either.
Okay. I kind of think that Andy, in my opinion, it was blown out of proportion a little bit to get. But this is the YouTube game too. It's the YouTube game too to get. But I like that everyone talked to each other. I'm a big fan of people actually conversing that have disagreements. So I give you lots of props there. I enjoyed the stream earlier.
Thanks.
And I'd actually my thing is I'd like to see opposing opinions talk more. I'd like to have you talk to Film God more about some movie talk debates. That'd be interesting.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Since you subscribe to him, you can let him know. I told him already on the thing, like, bro, like I'm more open now at this point to embracing his change from the troll stuff to actually making content with opinions with his face on camera doing regular videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like
I'm down for it.
I think it'd be some interesting content to see you two go back and forth on the topic.
We don't agree, and that's fine. I'm all down with not agreeing because the DCEU, I don't know. She was garbage.
Let's be fair though. What's the most engaging content? It's not when everybody in a panel is in a circle jerk. Circle. I mean, it's
this is not your ordinary disagreement. We had genuine animosity for each other that lasted over 3 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it was real beef.
Well, the one thing I'm a white guy, so I don't know I'm just basing my opinion on how I've grown up. So I cannot, in my opinion, it wasn't that way. But I also don't know. I don't know how it is to be.
It was racist. It was racist and offensive, but he's not a racist. I don't think he's racist. I just think he said some offensive shit that pissed me off.
Okay. All right.
Ignorant for sure. Yeah, you can throw that. Ignorant. You know, Jody's crack corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jody's corner. My studio set are brick walls. You know, there was times in my channel where my graphic was actually a street corner. It said Jody's on one and the corner on the other. And, you know, just calling alluding that we're crackheads and shit.
But we can't impose how we've grown up. You have a different story. So maybe it was offensive to people in your area that have struggled to
but
get away from that.
Here's the thing. This is if that was what was said again. Like I said, Jody, I didn't really see any of it, so I don't know. I'm just going by what everyone else has been telling me. But just from my experience stuff, it's a stereotype. It's if the moment, if the moment you see anyone that hood or
picture, to context, he had a 50 cent gift picture, bro.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's ignorant. It's basically saying anyone who's urban in any way,
gangbanging, crack selling,
right?
Okay, right. I see that point of view. I give you respect for bringing it up. I like that it was worked out. I think it worked out a little bit. I do too, man.
I don't know. I think his tweets are a little iffy. I hate to be an instigator. His tweets after are a little bit.
Really? I haven't. You know, he's still blocked on my end. Maybe I need to unblock him.
My main issue is I do believe the Snyder Cut exists. Andy Signor's on what's his fandom wire with his article saying, and they never want to work with him again. I think that's what triggered people, and I think it was intentionally triggering people to get, which you're supposed to do on the internet, really.
I disagree. I think he was just sharing a story he has.
And they never want to work with him again.
He's not saying.
If you look at the way they fell out, it was really bad blood back then, bro. They wanted. There was a point where like they didn't want him on the lot when Josh was working.
My opinion is they kind of hijacked him, and when he had a worst moment in his life with his daughter.
Yeah, that was the part that I'll admit is just wrong. You know, they used the death of his daughter to get him out of there.
I think he would have fought harder to keep his vision if it wasn't going through some personal stuff. In my opinion,
he was out of there no matter what.
No, I mean, but you know they took advantage of it because here's the thing. Let's not act like they couldn't have afforded a delay. You know what I mean? Yeah. They could have waited to release the movie. It wasn't like
to make the money though. They had a reason why they rushed it because of the AT&T merger.
Yeah,
that did play. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
Jody.
They did it before the AT&T merger. Kevin Tsujihara did that, so they could get
those bonuses
and all those millions of dollars. So it was a reason why they rushed it to get that money.
And to be fair, the other problem with the DCEU, or I should say Warner Brothers, is there's been so many people in charge since Man of Steel that it's changed hands multiple times to where there is no clear vision. Okay. Like the one thing I say about the Zack Snyder movies, love him or hate him, I happen to like Zack Snyder. I like 300. I like a lot of the stuff that he's done. I'm one of the few people that like Sucker Punch. I was about to be buried in this shit yesterday because I like Sucker Punch. But love or hate it, they should have let him finish it. Okay, that's the one thing that Warner Brothers keeps doing is they're very reactionary and they just like try to pull plugs on things and they don't even really reboot. They like
Yeah.
pull plugs on things, and then but we'll keep this
Solid.
one going. And then and that's where it messes up. Now they're in a unique as a comic book fan, you should notice they're a unique situation that they do have the Flash and they do have Flashpoint, where they could literally do a soft reboot, keep the IPs that are working like Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam, and
still
do a
release
soft
the Snyder
reboot.
Cut.
And they could do a soft reboot and restart the universe and still keep those ones that are working. But there's got to be somebody in charge that has a vision. That's
Walter Hamada. They have a guy. I disagree with a little bit that last part about the vision. I think the vision for the last couple of years has been pretty clear of what they're trying to do. What you said about the lack of vision for the last 4 years, 5 years prior, I agree with. But Walter Hamada has been, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Joker.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Wonder Woman was a carryover. When Hamada came in, Wonder Woman was already in the works.
It was already.
Yeah, right.
Shazam was being talked about, but we'll still say that's a Hamada.
Aquaman was also a carryover.
And Aquaman was also a carryover. So the only movie we saw technically that was under him was Shazam.
Right. The vision was, in my opinion, the vision was under two people, not just Hamada. And both of them were right. Jeff Johns just stepped down. I met Jeff Johns. He is not a businessman.
Did he step down? I read that. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's not a businessman.
That's a whole other can of worms.
He's a comic.
This ain't for him. He wants to be inside a cave with a pen and paper and write comics.
Right. And
this ain't for him.
Warner Brothers wanted him to be Feige, and it's like that's not.
And he didn't want it. He wasn't ready for that. I think he was a bad match. He wasn't built for it. He has creatively, but business wise, savvy, shaking people's hands, being personable, that ain't him. So, but he kind of helped guide it towards, we need more of not lighthearted. We need the characters who are lighthearted in nature to be that. We need the characters who are serious in nature, dark in nature to be that. And that's the way it always should have been. You don't make Superman dark. He's not a dark character.
And we had this discussion yesterday. And here's the thing. As a comic book fan, I agree with you. As a DC fan, because the DC is my thing. I don't know. I got the Flash. Flash is my favorite hero. DC is my jam. That's what I've always been into. I agree with you in essence as a comic book fan. I don't necessarily agree with the role that DC's been taking when it started with the New 52, and when a lot of fans didn't, which is why they did Rebirth and changed it, because even the people that worked there said, this didn't work. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So, but I said, but to be fair. Now, he could have made a bad choice, but Zack Snyder did pick the Superman that was in the comic books at the time.
I would argue that he picked a Superman from a video game.
Injustice, yeah. I mean, they did pull Injustice.
A blend of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a mixture of both. It was a mixture of both. It was part Injustice, part New 52, part Dark Knight Returns, and part Death of Superman. So it was like Zack Snyder took all of those elements and made what he made out of it. Right or wrong, that's what he did with it. So, I mean, to be fair, it was in the comic books, but DC is trying to change that. They did bring Superman back, the original Superman, the one we had prior to the New 52. So we'll see what the movies do with it. But I do get that at that point. But also another thing we know, in general, DC typically always has more of a darker tone than Marvel. It always has, and I think it needs that grittiness more than Marvel does.
To be honest, DC, they got gods and they have god stories. They have high level beings. Yeah. But there was a point where Marvel was raw, bruh. Drugs, gay, sex in the 70s.
Again, that's real. They were raw. Grit. That's real world grit.
Real world dark shit. But DC has always been, in my opinion, just Belvedere on a whole nother level with the seriousness. You know what I mean? Like there was always people that compare Marvel to DC. Without DC, there's no Marvel. DC is the creator. Superman is the OG, Batman OG. I heard you talking about Captain Marvel, your favorite superhero. I don't want to step on your toes, but he's only Captain Marvel's a DC character because he cloned Superman and DC sued him.
Well, that was the Marvel. That was this lawsuit. I covered the whole thing. I went the whole thing in my video.
Okay, they made Captain Marvel to copy Superman and make him cooler and add powers that Superman didn't have. Right. And they used Superman as a template. They said, "Oh, okay." sued him, took the rights to him, and then shelved him. You know, I like Captain Marvel though.
Yeah, they shelved him because DC had more money than Fawcett, and Fawcett just said, "Forget it."
Isn't this great how we can have a debate without calling anyone names?
Yeah,
that's what
except you,
what I love.
Yeah,
that's what I love. But I don't know how you guys feel about the Snyderverse is such the past though, right? And that's the problem. The Snyder thing about the Snyder Cut, and I think you asked earlier, why don't I want the Snyder? Why do people not want? And I'll tell you why I don't want the Snyder Cut. Because if you release, and let me clear, I don't want the Snyder Cut anytime soon. I'm down for it coming out in like 6 years.
Yeah,
after DC has its footing. You know, after DC has its footing, Justice League movie's out, and they already know what DC is, then you could be like, oh yeah, remember that one time? Here's the Snyder Cut. I'm down for that. But they're talking about this year, next year, the year after next. No, not a good time.
I don't think it would hurt the future.
I think it would.
I don't think if
it's still here, if you like it or not, because with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, it's still here in a way, and they're fighting against it.
What do you mean it's still here in a way?
With the Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, it's still carrying over. You're fighting against it, and it's still
those
here.
Are characters introduced.
We can't move forward. We can't go backward. It's this weird limbo that we're in with the DC movie universe. That's why Birds of Prey was so bad. You couldn't. Well, I enjoyed
Birds of Prey was bad because it was a bad film. It was just bad script.
It was holding on to the past DC movie universe and not knowing really where to go forward, and not having Jared Leto in there at all when they are going through a breakup. And we never got to see Harley and Jared Leto's Joker together much.
That's the problem with Zack Snyder's universe. When I met Jody, I was a fan of his channel, but when I was on the red carpet covering Justice League,
that was tight, Louis.
Huh? I had a sense of, I could tell which actor did not want to be there, and moving forward,
Ben Affleck did not want to be there, bro.
No. And moving forward, I saw those people that did not want to be there fall off, and I saw the people that, one of them is Gal Gadot, that were happy, you know, and Jason Momoa. They became successful. $1 billion. Well, Wonder Woman should have had $1 billion, but it was close. Aquaman, I'm not a fan of Aquaman. I'll say that straight up. But $1 billion because Momoa fucking embraced the project, man. And with Zack Snyder.
To be fair, Henry Cavill did want to be Superman, and he did want to be there.
That's the thing.
That was just a money thing because they kept putting him on the back shelf, and he's like, "Bro, I gotta make a living here. Either put me in a goddamn movie, or I'm gonna do something else."
It was the fact that Henry Cavill never liked Snyder's Superman, and his problem was he was silent about it for too long. Yeah. And now he's wrapped up in the Snyder cleanup, and he might not be Superman no more because unlike Gal came out and said, Snyder got my character wrong. We had to fix it because Wonder Woman will never turn her back on the world. So you say that, you know, Gal is Snyder, but she's not. She was in BVS, but that's a different character than Patty's Wonder Woman.
I don't see much of a difference. They're pretty
well. The huge narrative is that in BVS she turned her back on man. She turned her back on the world for over 100 years.
And Patty explained why.
They had to rationalize it for the story.
No, Patty did not explain why.
In her Wonder Woman, she explained. No, she explained why.
Well, we still need to know in Wonder Woman 1984 and stuff.
Well, we'll see what happens in 1984.
Vonda with a super chat. Woo! Are those red carpets as hectic as they look?
Yeah,
kind of. They're not that fun, except for DC. I was like, man, it's fucking Justice League, whatever the movie turned out to be or whatnot. It was great being there, but they're too tight. But Jody was hustling, man, for his viewers. That's all I could say.
About the turn the back on the world moment. What was the explanation that you mean that Patty explained?
Oh, what I was explaining? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what she explained in there was pretty much the whole thing that happened with Steve is what in World War I is what made her go into hiding. Now we don't know what's going on in 1984.
They're retconning it. That's what I'm saying.
They're retconning it, but they're gonna with this whole thing with Maxwell Lord and Cheetah with the artifacts and stuff. They're doing a Flash retcon without the Flash happening yet, to where there's going to be some kind of reality shift that happens with this. That's where we're probably seeing it with it. But that's the second movie. In the first Wonder Woman movie, it ties in with what we
She
saw
had
in
to.
Justice League.
I mean, you have to tie into it because that's the only
Yeah,
first time we
but
saw
now,
Wonder Woman.
but now that we're going forward and we're obviously past it and we're going into
They-
the course,
Zack
Because
Snyder
they're Wonder Woman.
had to do that
Yeah.
to introduce Wonder Woman as suddenly appearing in Batman v Superman, which
They could've-
Warner Brothers wanted
They
to
could've
have a
done-
story point of why she hasn't been there forever. There was where else can you, if that they're written into a corner. Where else can you explain for a pop?
That's the problem. That's one of the problems with BVS.
That's not his fault.
Why is it not his fault?
Because there wasn't a Wonder Woman movie before that, and they wanted her in it. That was Warner
Have you
Brothers
seen
wanted
Civil
her.
War?
Yeah.
You saw how they added Black Panther and Spider-Man and it worked?
Well, hold on now. Black Panther was in Wakanda that isolated itself from the world.
Without Ultron. Just Civil War.
We'll talk one thing. We said Black Panther. That's what you mentioned. Black Panther was in Wakanda, who isolated itself from the world, and it didn't come on until all that shit happened. Okay, with the Soviet Accords and then the UN being blown up, and that's what brought him into the world. Okay, with Wonder Woman, you could have said, "Oh, well, she's been in Themyscira," which did the same thing. They isolated themselves from the world, and then she just shows up now. But they wanted to give her a history. They didn't want Wonder Woman to not have been ever a part of the world until 2016, 2017. You get what I'm saying? That was the problem with it.
No, I'm not following.
We're talking about Wonder Woman, who's a character who's pretty much kind of immortal.
I feel like she was. I'm talking about she was shoehorned into BVS without giving the proper story and introduction. Black Panther was given the proper story and introduction. And
right. Okay, yeah, and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
The answer to. I forgot with the Doom mask.
Mad
Max.
By the way, I have no idea how he looks. He's been on the stream for 3 months. I have no idea what he really looks like.
What do you mean?
Do I want to find out? It's kind of cool, you know.
Max is only he's only taking off his mask for a couple people.
Yeah,
I have lots of masks.
Yeah, I have no idea how he looks. Wait, side of his face.
He has a Terminator mask too.
Yeah,
one time he actually went off the stream, and you know how you could see the backstage down here. He got up. He thought he had the camera off.
Oh,
I had to get a beer.
He went to go take a piss. And I'm like, fuck! I've seen Max's cock, but not his.
Oh, he called you Doomcock.
Hey, that's kind of dope, man. So no one's seen what you look like.
Well, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
I mean, that's something I kind of like about Max, because a lot of YouTubers like to do these like face reveals, and after they show their face,
you gotta stick to this.
Yeah.
And after they show their face, it's like they always show their face, and it's like
I'll get one more mask.
Why can't you put the mask on? Keep the mask on after that.
Yeah, I don't like any other of his masks though. I only like the Dr. Doom mask.
Oh yeah,
the Ghost Rider one's okay.
I wish you would wear that one more.
I wanted to ask you a question because one of our topics today was it seems like San Diego Comic-Con is going to cancel.
That's all right.
Straight off your back for that, or I know you're a fan of WonderCon, but are you missing these cons? Or are you good for now?
The only reason freak the cons, bro. Like WonderCon is better than Comic-Con, bro. Like because it's smaller, it's more about the comics, the nerds, the cosplay. Comic-Con has become a production, bro. Comic-Con is a Hollywood production. We don't even let you dress up in cosplay around the park no more if you want to take place. I mean, I have issues with Comic-Con, but I wanted it to happen because I wanted to see Wonder Woman trailer. I wanted to see all the films that are supposed to come out. Hall H was going to be lit for DC this year. Oh, that's fire.
And the Darth
you should put the Darth Maul on right now.
Oh, I have to do face pants. Only part.
Yeah, he's gonna do makeup.
Put the fire head on right now. Then
on.
Take it off. Take your mask.
Wait, look out! You're on camera, bro. I don't want you to.
Are you trying to trick me, Jody? Are you trying to trick me, bro? I know how to do it. I'll be right back.
But no, Comic-Con's gone, man. It's sad, but it's necessary. I don't think anybody's really gonna be throwing up a fuss because Comic-Con's down. Well, they understand.
It's weird though because I'm a people person. I do like the crowds. I do like hanging out with people. That's just the way I am. I'm not really negative about crowds.
Extrovert.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is that Mark Ruffalo claims that now look, this guy actually has a security guard behind him at all times from Marvel, making sure he doesn't
Well,
spoilers. That's actually real.
because he's screwed himself over so many times.
yeah.
Negotiations to be on the She-Hulk film show on Disney Plus.
That's crazy.
I mean, but here, did we really think that wasn't going to happen? I mean,
Well, just like saying it, come on, dude. They haven't even started filming.
yeah, but
Any in the chat. Sorry,
the
guys.
leather
Hey,
on,
everybody.
too.
I see the people in the chat now. I wasn't even seeing the comments. Sorry. What's up, Bunda Taylor? Oh man, Taylor's tight. Bunda's tight too.
Did you have trouble seeing the comments, Jody?
No, I see him now. Congratulations on all those members, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, dude.
Hey, congratulations on getting that feature, man. That's tight,
yeah.
bro.
I was like, what the hell? So they got the email a couple days ago.
Let's tell duh. If you become a member,
Oh, that's boss.
you'll be able to get Lewis onto the next topic quicker.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, how much was that? How much was that mask, man?
That
don't look like a cheap mask.
Almost 300, I think.
I knew
Almost
it.
250, 300.
300.
Yeah.
I spend way too much on my mask. That's my wife.
Yeah, that don't look like no cheap mask.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And he's also saying that there's no standalone Hulk movie in the works.
Oh, that sucks.
There hasn't been since Ed Norton. So I mean,
Yeah, they still got that. They still got that issue with what using Universal.
Yeah, I think they were resolving that though. I thought.
Yeah, well, they're not playing as nice as Sony was.
Yeah, Universal don't care. They don't have nothing to lose.
Yeah, they're hanging on to that.
That's literally the only one left, isn't it? I mean, they got all the Fox properties back.
No Spider-Man.
They don't own Spider-Man, but they have a good deal with Sony at least to do what they need to do.
But
and all there's left is really the Hulk with Universal.
Well, after this movie is over, after the contracts are filled and he goes back to Sony, no Spider-Man characters could be in the MCU either.
Well,
900.
I'm sure. I have a feeling they're gonna sign a new one. They'll do it again.
I don't know. If this Venom and this Carnage takes off, Sony played Marvel. They played them, and I called it. I knew this was gonna happen. They leased the character of the MCU, let them build up the hype and the equity and value, and snatched them right back. God, that was some gangster shit.
Listen, I'll be fair. If the Venom thing blows up and the Carnage and all the stuff, then yeah, Sony, that was a good play. That was a good play.
Yeah.
But what would they do with the MCU Spider-Man if they give him back to Sony? Would they just kill off the MCU Spider-Man, or how would that work?
Well, the multiverse thing, that's my theory. The multiverse thing that Sony's working with, it'll be a straight up, and they could even add Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in there too. They could even add into the Spider-Verse.
I honestly, I gotta tell you, I see at least an animated Spider-Verse with Tony Maguire, Garfield, and
that'd be great.
Tom Holland. I really see it at least in the next 3 years, I would say.
And it could be part of the Sonyverse too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
awesome. The thing about Into the Spider-Verse, that 2D great animation, that's actually going to be canon to the Sonyverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when they do that multiverse thing and they make Sony's in a position, bro, where they could. I'm not gonna say compete with DC and Marvel, but they could be like, "Yo, I'm here."
But they're a player. They're a player.
They're a player in the game. Yeah.
The animation, I did like the animation was fine. I was cool with the animation into the Spider-Verse. The Spidey sense stuff was a little too trippy for me though. It gave me a headache watching it.
Colors
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I was just having a Pokemon syndrome where like the strobe lights were like giving me a headache or something.
It was a headache for me for the first 10 minutes. Then I adjusted.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was 3D or not because they were handing out glasses outside, and when we got there, we're like, "It's a 3D film," and we go get the glasses, and the lady was like, "This ain't 3D." I'm like, "Okay."
Bobo in the chat. So I'm gonna do Bobo.
Where's he at?
He up in there chilling. My dude Bobo. Everybody, this Corona got everybody at home, man. It's bringing a lot of people together, man. These streams.
I've actually spent more time with my son because I'm not at work and he's off. And that's been great, man. That's been great. But it's not. Still at least have a month left here in LA. Luckily, it was a little warmer today, so maybe the virus gets a little bit more derailed. So
yeah, that's what everybody's hoping is that it will like start to end soon now that it's getting warm.
Yeah, but we got a cash app from Brandon Boba. $50.
Hey, whoa! Hey, that's right, Boba.
Oh my gosh,
motherfricker! Was that for Bruce Willis,
brother? Oh man, thank you so much, man. This really means
Lewis,
a lot.
I gotta turn on my soundboard for this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Man, he's been grinding too, Jody.
Tony, what's up?
Lewis has been grinding, trying to getting these streams going.
This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, Jody, I'm gonna try to emulate you, man, because I really look up to the way you handle things. I want to bring it back to the community. I want to get better cameras, better coverage. These guys here that have been with me, that accepted me as part of their community as well, I want to hook them up with stuff as well if possible. Help them build the channel, because I saw you do that with your guys, and that's why I've always said you should have 100 million subs, right? But your subscribers are fucking solid, bro.
They're army, loyal, family.
Yeah, they're family. It's family. That's why people don't understand why are you kicking the corporate people's butt. They don't understand.
I'm an anomaly. We went. I made $2,000 in 2 hours today.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's logo is legit. I like that black light.
I made $1,200 today, but that's because I got my government check.
Stimulus. That was great. People show love, man. You know, we get female love, male love. You know, and it's because that I don't. You know, I made my channel not doing the PC route. Now, if I played PC, I would have 500,000 subscribers. If I did that, I like this. That bullshit. I can't live like that. So I know I'm an algorithm's best nightmare, because they loved shooting me down. But the subscriber count don't mean nothing. I don't care about the subscribers. I only care about people who want to be part of the real movement.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you listened, but when was it Game Fob? I keep messing up his name. Game Gob or whatever.
Game Gob.
He stated that about Access Media, and he said that, well, Jody may be Access Media, right? And I said, look, Jody went to wait, hold on though. Jody was invited by Warner Brothers to check out Birds of Prey early. You were there with me, right, Jody?
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
What did you think of the movie in the review?
I couldn't believe all them people in there that said that movie was good, loving it, and praising it on Twitter. I said, am I in the Twilight Zone, or did y'all see a different movie?
I thought it was fun, but I don't think it helped progress the DCU, and it was in limbo. And
here, let me tell you a story. A lady walks into a police station with a shotgun of beanbags and doesn't die, shooting cops.
It was fun watching it. I love that scene. I love that scene.
It's already crazy. I'm just saying, fun. I can see that, but you know, trash.
But what I'm saying is, just because we're invited doesn't mean we have
Warner
to say.
Brothers freaking. I'm eating their breakfast. Warner Brothers champagne and bagels and spread and fruits and shit. I'm eating at Warner Brothers breakfast at a Warner Brothers movie, and then I wrecked that Warner Brothers film in my review.
All right, that's legit.
And they invited them again because guess what? They want constructive criticism, not insults, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
personal attacks.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Hey, Lewis, put what was that stirred report you got? How much did you get?
What is it? The Cash App?
The Cash App.
50.
How much did you get? How much did you get?
$50. $50.
I got the
All right.
sound effects. Tight. Congrats on that 50 and all those
Thanks, man.
members, man.
Thanks. Yeah, we're just starting the membership up today. I put it up as fast as I could. I already got a few members. I'm going to try to give you guys as much as we could. I'm kind of not sure. Maybe you guys could give me some advice of what would be some cool perks. I'll take any advice, man, from anyone.
Yeah, I can help you out too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already Lewis knows. You know, my novel, the ebooks. You know, you can.
All right. If you guys want to for the higher tier, so I could cover your costs, right? The cost. Banda has a novel, and I will send you a digital copy of it, but it's got to be for the higher tier, the $10 tier, the $9.99 tier, so I could pay him for it. So I'd pay him for that. But if you guys join, I'll send that for the first month.
Yeah,
Talk a little bit about that, brother.
And for people who are confused about where the lunga comes from, it's the part of my last name that's why. But yeah, it's a fantasy novel.
So we'll send you a copy of that if you get for the higher tier. And if you guys already became members, go ahead and send me a private message on my Twitter at Nerdlecca, and I will send you a copy of it. I don't know how it works exactly.
Yeah, it's actually easy, Lewis. I'll just give you the link to my Google Drive that has it on there, and you can just you can give that link out to whoever gets it, and they can.
Wanda with a super chat. All right, Jody is actually entertainment that doesn't cater to no one but the fans. Real people support real entertainment, unlike other networks with safe opinions.
Yeah. Andy was like, and I'm working. I've helped get Andy out of this bubble. I
call it the sub wall and
Hey, like Andy has been really savage lately, coming into the realness and being himself more on camera. I love it. And he's even helped, I don't think if it was for Andy, I wouldn't even did the film cop thing. So we're challenging each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And and Lewis challenging and upgrading, and we're all helping each other, man. So
hey, Jody,
I want you to be clear here, because I think this needs to be emphasized. Is that the right word? All right, whatever.
Emphasized.
You have your opinion about the Snyder Cut, but I think what caused this entire video and this entire thing today was the personal attacks, correct?
The haters, the hate.
And the personal attacks, like calling names.
Die. Someone wish coronavirus on me today.
No. That's not funny.
Yeah,
no.
On Andy's coronavirus, fat pig. I'm cool with the fat jokes. I mean, with the freak, I'm used to them. That doesn't affect me. But the whole, I've gotten black fat pig, die, kill yourself. Come on, bro. It's crazy.
No, that's the garbage.
That's horrible.
But only unless you talk against the Snyder Cut, you will feel the backlash of it.
Me and Max have gotten it from a certain group of people.
Okay.
Another hashtag.
I got some heat on me, Jody.
Another hashtag. That's a comic book creator fan club, basically. And they make dildo memes and I was Chunga. I mean, they came at me with fat jokes too.
They still call me. They still call me Maxi.
I wish I had your size right now, bruh. Shit. That's a good friend.
I'm not sure. Okay, so Bobo left a message, but I'm not sure how to see those in the Cash App. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm kind of new to it, but I'll look for it. Jody,
if you select it, like if you go to bottom right corner, I think is what you want to hit to see the actual donation. Mm-hmm. Then you click on the $50 amount, and then you should be able to read it.
Okay, he says from Jody's Corner subs, much love. Thank you very much. He dedicates this to Jody's Corner. Yeah,
that's all you.
Thank
right
you.
There,
I feel it, man.
You were there with me, man, during the video. You said ride or die. I'm with you. So I said
I am Jody's. I feel like I'm part of Jody's Corner.
Yeah, and that's why I said, like, I was in bed with my girl chilling 45 minutes ago. And I said, man, babe, I'll be back. I gotta hop on Andy's stream real quick and show some love back, man. So I'm here.
Cool.
And then man, I don't know. There's still people posting up videos and it's whack.
Oh, that one dude made that response video. He was butthurt, bro. He was so mad and hurt and high.
What a fucking sellout.
Oh yeah, I saw that guy. The guy you're talking about that released the Snyder Cut hat.
Yeah, bro.
I saw a different response video, but I don't know if it's the one you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it because they were talking. They were showing it on Popcorn Planet today.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
he had these two little pop dolls.
Weekend pop doll, and then he put a beer can. Yeah, it was tough. But
all right, guys,
that was a long time coming. Glad we got it.
I think final thoughts. I think I'm gonna wrap things up today. I gotta spend some more time with my son. He called me. I gotta call him back and stuff like that. But real quick, every time we end a stream, I do.
So you just gonna get that $50 and leave it? Is that what's going on?
No.
I'll just play with you,
man. Please read my comment below. Which comment is it?
He's gonna make another one, I guess.
I'm confused.
Remember when Campia said that Venom's success is good for Spidey staying in the MCU?
I don't know about Campia.
Why would he say that?
He says all
That's the
kinds of stuff.
opposite. The opposite of that shit. I even made a video. I said, y'all don't want Venom to be a hit because Spidey is gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And that's so what they did. They took him.
Of course, Film God was happy when Venom was a success because he really doesn't like the MCU at all.
Yeah, I found that out. I said, bro, you would. I said, you can't hate all Marvel movies. He said, I don't like them. I said, bro,
you got it. You got his voice good. That was a good impression.
He was like, Jody, no, don't like them. I said, all right. What about Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier's a good movie.
Yeah.
Nah, not for me. Don't like
Oh
it.
no, he's lying.
I said Civil War.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I said Civil War. He said terrible. Hated it. I said, God,
Well,
dang.
I did.
I remember.
Is there any movie by Zack Snyder that you don't like? What about Sucker Punch? No, I like that one.
It wasn't a single thing about. Yeah.
I did break
The
this
only
last night, Jody. The truth is Lewis is a Marvel shill. He's kissing Feige's ass because he's a fanboy.
This, when you guys attacked me from fucking Popcorn Planet last night, he fucking posted this, like,
fanboy.
bro. I was fucking going, what the hell what happened?
Hey Jody, if you could have my pal Longo on sometime, he's getting closer to 1K. He deserves it. He's working. He's in the grind. He needs to be exposed to more people. I would love it. I'm just speaking out for my friend.
My man is right here.
Oh yeah, he's legit. We need to get it. We need him to get him 1K, get him monetized. He's got the hours.
If Lewis vouched for you, then it's all good.
Yeah, Max makes.
He's a little bit whack with his opinions, but you have beans to give him.
He's got the knowledge too. He's
good. He makes up his point.
No, so far, he seems like you know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
I try. Despite Lewis, I try.
I'm gonna go live Friday at 5:00 and from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific. So what's that? 8 to 11 your time. You're in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago. I mean, like I said, right now,
then you can pull up. We're doing a Google Hangouts thing. I don't know how you feel about that.
I can use Google Hangouts. Whatever.
Yeah, we're just chilling, chatting in there and shit. We have topics. We'll have like 4 topics, and then you could, give your opinion on topic. Yeah.
And then on top of that, his group, the Gray Order, has a very positive community, and I'm sure he's going to be sharing it with his people and bringing them over to check out Jody's Corner, which I'm sure everyone's going to love it and stay. So that's another.
Yeah, for sure.
Thing. So I want to get down to the last moments of today's episode. We'll be back at 9 again tomorrow. Don't worry. But a shameless plug, real quick, from everyone, whatever they have going, real quick. Let's start with Max.
Geeks and Gamers Entertainment. We're making Geeks and Gamers great again. Don't settle don't compromise for below average Geeks and Gamers. Come follow me. Join the madness. And also here on Nerd Report Live, as much as I can. Lewis is legit. I love what Jody was saying today. I'm become a fan of you now. He keeps talking about you, Jody, and now I see what he's talking about. I've been subbed to you for a while, but I haven't followed your content as much. But you're legit, dude. Thanks for coming on and talking to me.
Yeah,
I'm a nobody.
Well, you're somebody. You're Lewis's friend. So
yeah.
Thanks, man.
Sci-fi Dragon here.
I've got 2 videos that I'm working on right now. The first one that I'm working on is why I think the MonsterVerse is better than the MCU. And then the one after that is one about the original version of the Red Dawn remake.
Interesting. I want to check it out.
Because like in the original version of the Red Dawn remake with like Chris Hemsworth and Josh Peck, the invading force was originally supposed to be China, but then at some point during the production they changed it to North Korea for obvious reasons. They didn't want to affect the box office. They wanted some of that China money.
You said the Monster Universe. You talking about the old black and whites?
The new one with with King Kong, the one that the Warner Brothers is putting out.
Skull Island.
It's only like 2-3 movies though, isn't it?
That's a universe. They're building it strong. They're taking their time, making it. It's going to be King Kong versus Godzilla this year, as long as they keep the date.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that, Jody?
I didn't like that
Come on.
Godzilla movie, man. It was whatever, man.
But you don't want to see King Kong go
Oh, heck
against
yeah.
Godzilla. Oh, yeah.
I mean, anybody who has a cock between their legs wants to see King Kong versus Godzilla, but let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
So that leaves out Lunga.
I'm dead now, bro. I'm dead after that. I can't even fucking talk.
All right, Lunga, shameless plug.
Yeah. Great Council. Right there, the logo right there. I put the links in the chat. My YouTube channel is The Great Council. We're usually live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central. We talk about Star Wars, fandom, sci-fi, anything that comes up. I also do some uploads throughout the week usually as well. Also, I do have a Twitch channel that I started as well. It's also, the link is in there. It's Darth Daddy Lunga on Twitch. I usually simulcast my program as well as do gaming on there as well. And
you play Warframe?
I was playing Warframe. Yeah,
I used to be heavy in that game. I had a Rhino Prime with the I had the Soma Prime gun maxed out real good. I had the Boltor, the Rhino Prime with the Boltor Prime gun.
Yeah, I just started the game. I never played it before.
Man.
My son plays it, and so he's probably going to help me out with it as well. But I started out with a Volt character is what I started with.
Okay, yeah,
and that's why I started playing that one. So I'm doing a little bit of that. And my novel, Souls of Magic Stun, is available on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Just search it. And like Lewis said, if you do the $9.99 tier here, you'll get a free e-copy of the book as well.
Jody, what do you have coming up?
Today was supposed to be Yin and Yang, but Monday is Jody's Corner Live. Tuesday is Change My Mind with me and Andy on Popcorn Planet. Wednesday is Yin and Yang with me and Andy on Jody's Corner, the #1 pop culture debate show on YouTube. Ain't no place like it. The first take of pop culture debates. Friday is Jody's Corner Live. iTunes, podcast, Spotify, Google Music, jodyscorner.com, Twitter, Instagram. Y'all know what's up.
All right, and I'm Louis Lecca, and I'm on here on the Nerd Report. You can follow me at Nerd Lecca all over social media, Instagram, Twitter. I dance on TikTok.
He danced on TikTok and soon to be released on Telemundo.
Yeah, I'm probably the oldest guy there, but hell. So follow us here, and I want to thank everyone. Quick reminder, we have memberships now, and my goal is 1,000, so I could do this full time. 1,000 members doesn't matter what tier, and I will be reinvesting into this studio to try to give you guys and gals the best content possible. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks everyone. The panel has been awesome here. See you guys very soon. Nerd out.